everybody. I'm Dave Brown at ringside, ready to go with CWA Championship Wrestling. We'll have more to say later on about highlights of a match which took place between the Blackbirds and the Rock and Roll Express. Today, you will see, among others, the CWA Heavyweight Champion, the Dirty White Boy. Also, the Soul Taker will be here today. The Blackbirds are in our main event, and when we come back in just a moment, we'll be talking to Dutch Mantell. Texas, Dutch Mantell. He's got a match coming up here in just a moment. Wanted to catch him on his way to the ring and talk to him just a little bit about the situation around the CWA right now. Dutch?
Well, first of all, I want to say one thing right now. I want to talk about the Dirty White Boy right now because he's got something I want and something I had before, and that's the CWA heavyweight belt. Now, the White Boy knows how he won it, but the question is now not how he won it, but how is he going to keep it, because he's got a lot of guys against him. He's got a lot of guys shooting at him, and I'm included. Kerry Von Erich's after him, Jeff Jarrett's after him, and I'm after him. And I'm going to tell you what, White Boy, when you're in that sort of company, it's going to be hard to hang on to it. So I want you to dig down and think real hard and real deep. And I'm sending this right to you, White Boy, because I don't respect you as a wrestler, because I don't like the way you want it now. When you call yourself Dirty White Boy, my name is Dirty Dutch. And I understand you've told the people you wrote the book on dirty tricks. Well, you may have wrote it, but I co-authored it. And I'm right there with you. So, White Boy, I'm sending it right to you. And I'm coming after that CWA belt. And I got a little business to take care of here right now. And thank you, Dave. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Dutch. Straight out. He's coming after the Dirty White Boy and the CWA heavyweight title. In there right now, going against Kevin Dillinger. Kevin out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Been in the CWA several weeks now. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, steps in. It's a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match coming up as the Dutchman will be going against Dillinger. Here we go. Kevin Dillinger in the CWA, as we said, for a few weeks. His record has not been all that great as far as the won and lost record is concerned. He came in with a reputation, and he has shown some tough wrestling. He's had some tough times getting wins, however. May have a tough time today, too, going against a fired-up Dutch Mantell, who has just said CWA heavyweight belt. That's what I'm looking for. And the Dirty White Boy holds that belt right now. Dutch Mantell with a headlock. Whoa, reversal by Kevin Dillinger. Good move by Dillinger as he had Dutch's shoulders on the mat briefly. Could not make him stick, though, for a 3 count. Dutch with a fist doubled up, warned by the referee, converts it back into the headlock. Dutch whipped into the rope, shoulder butt coming off of there. Kevin Dillinger hits the mat. This time he's going to let Dutch go by, but Dutch drops down with the upper arm. On the pressure points in the neck, Dutch Mantell. Whoa. The Dutchman seizing control of the action here in a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. We're about minute 15 into the action here. Dutch backed into a corner now by Kevin Dillinger. Oh, into the turnbuckles. Dutch moved out of the way, and Kevin Dillinger bounces out of the corner. Hey, out here right now, the Dirty White Boy and the Dirty White Girl, there they are, hanging back by the curtains. Dutch sees them, and let's just hope they stay over there out of the action. We will assume at this point that they are out here just to kind of scout the opponent, as Dutch has just said moments ago that he is looking for a match as soon as possible with the Dirty White Boy, because he doesn't like the way he won the belt, and he wants to see if he can keep it. Dirty White Boy with that belt over his shoulder right now. Dutch is going to have to be distracted by them. There's just no way to avoid it. As much as you tell yourself, pay attention to my opponent. What is this? Dillinger out of the ring. Dillinger over conferring with the Dirty White Boy here about something. Counts at 6. He's got till 10 to get back under the ropes. At 7, he is under the ropes. Dutch starts after him, and Dillinger backs away. That would get him a new count. The referee does start again. This time Dillinger is through the ropes at the count of 3, and Dutch Mantell is waiting for him there. minutes, 45 seconds into the action. Dutch Mantell has had the control most of the way in this one, but not all the way. Oh, this time he ducks under and presses down to the mat. Kevin Dillinger can't hold him for a 3 count, though. Dillinger bounced up off the mat. Dutch took him down again. And the Dirty White Boy and the Dirty White Girl continue to watch this from near ringside. Dutch Mantell has the left arm barred. The gloved right hand of Kevin Dillinger reaching for Dutch's hair. Dutch beat him to the point and power slams him. Whoa! Kevin Dillinger rolled out of the way. Dutch was flying through the air, going to hit him with the upper arm and elbow. That's a right fist with that right hand. 2 of them now by Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger into the corner after it. Whips him into the turnbuckle. Oh, Dutch bounced out of that corner, and Dillinger was right there to smack him. A face lock by Kevin Dillinger from around behind. Dutch with a double hand full of hair. Kevin Dillinger as he works to break this hold. Hair pulling again. This time it's by Kevin Dillinger, who yanked Dutch down to the mat. Dutch trying some hair pulling of his own. As Dutch has said, his nickname is Dirty Dutch Mantell. He knows a few of those tricks too, in order to win a match and to get yourself out of trouble if you have to. Body slam by Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger up on the middle rope. Dutch lying in the ring, and he drops down with a right fist. Dutch Mantell in some trouble here after controlling the early part of the match. A conference between the Dirty White Boy, who is at ringside with Dirty White Girl, observing this one so far, sent Kevin Dillinger back into the ring, and he began to take control. Dutch Mantell coming back, though, as he got him with a nice knee lift and a right fist. Dutch has him by the hair, pops that head into the top turnbuckle time and time again. Crowd was counting. Dutch was hammering that head into the turnbuckle, and Kevin Dillinger just drops back onto the mat. Dutch drops down with a knee, picks him up by the hair, doesn't go for a 3 count. I don't know if he could have gotten it or not, but he didn't try. As Kevin Dillinger now climbs the middle rope. Drops down with a forearm across the back of the neck. Dutch Mantell struggling back to his feet. Kevin Dillinger off the middle rope again. This time Dutch catches him with a clothesline. 1, 2, he got it. 6 minutes even as Dutch Mantell defeats Kevin Dillinger right square in the middle of the ring. Dirty White Boy, Dirty White Girl turn and leave the wrestling area. We will be back with more in a moment.
Southern Indiana and Northern Kentucky wrestling fans, Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum, what a wrestling card has been signed. The CWA brings in a main event that's unbelievable. An explosive tag match. Falls will count anywhere in the building. The Rock and Roll Express will take on the Blackbirds. Reggie B. Fine, their manager, will be in the corner. Also, a CWA heavyweight championship match. Dutch Mantell gets his shot at the title held by the Dirty White Boy, Dirty White Girl in his corner. Also in the card, on the card rather, in Evansville Wednesday night, Bill Superstar Dundee will take on the Enforcer. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster returns to the CWA to take on Kevin Dillinger. Sean Regal, a newcomer in the area, will take on another newcomer, the New York Brawler. Plus, the Barracuda takes on the Soul Taker, and Freddie, the very popular masked star, will open up the action against RPM Mike Davis Wednesday night in Evansville. Also want to remind our fans in Owensboro, Kentucky, that on Sunday, November 5th, action is coming to the Owensboro Sports Center. But let's talk about Wednesday night. Evansville Coliseum, Dutch Mantell, you get your shot at that CWA title against the Dirty White Boy.
Well, let me say one thing about the Rock and Roll and the Blackbirds. Now, Birds, you think you got them down for the count, but I've seen the Rock and Roll bounce back time and time again. And I think there are going to be some repercussions over what happened today on television. Let me tell you that. Because the CWA has a rules committee, as I found out when Texas Dirt gave me the belt, and Eddie Martin and the rules committee saw fit to take it back. That's all fine and good. You've got to have rules, and the CWA has rules, and that includes me, and that includes you too, white boy. Now, you go as a dirty white boy, well, I'm Dirty Dutch, and I earned the name, as I'm sure you did. But I'm going to tell you what, we're going to see who the dirtiest man in professional wrestling is Wednesday night. Now, obviously, you got that little wench standing outside the ring with you, the dirty white girl, as you want to call her. Now, I don't know what she does for you, if she gives you moral support or whatever. But I know one thing, she can't tell you how to take a headlock, and she can't tell you how to get off this big punch I'm going to throw right in your face. So I'm going to take that belt Wednesday night in Evansville, come heck or high water.
Well, Dutch Mantell told you a little bit earlier, he is looking for the Dirty White Boy in that CWA heavyweight title that he has around his waist. Dirty White Boy's got a match coming up here. We gave Dutch an opportunity to have his say about it. We'll give Dirty White Boy and Dirty White Girl the same opportunity as they head for the ring. Stop here along the way and see what he has to say. First of all, you've got a lot of guys looking for you right now and looking for that CWA heavyweight belt, not the least of whom is Dutch Mantell.
Who cares? Because, you know, Dave Brown, when you're on top of the hill, you're looking down at all the rest because everybody wants to be able to be the man and wear this, and I am a real man because for the simple fact, if I wasn't, the dirty white girl wouldn't be with me because right there is 100% real woman, not like all these javelina hogs out here that you, in this thing. Look at them. They're pathetic. Now, you got guys like Kerry Von Erich. Well, boy, you found out real quick that it wasn't just a cakewalk to walk in the ring and try to take something from a white boy. That's right, baby. So I tell you what, Kerry, any time that you want to come and you want a shot at this, baby, you just come on, sign the dotted line, and crawl in the ring because, brother, you can pick up a lot of weight, you can do this and you can do that, but can you beat me? That's the question. No, I don't think you can. And now, Dirty Dutch Mantell. Now, Mantell, I heard you out here a little while ago slapping them big old jaws of his about how I won this title. Well, the fact is, Dutch, I beat you in that tournament. Oh, yeah. I beat you right in the middle for this right here, baby, and that makes me the champion. So, Dutch, I tell you what, boy, if you want to come on down and crawl in there, you just bring it on, baby. That's all you've got to do because, you see, I am the man. I am the champion, not you. And Dave Brown, things are going to get straightened out around here. Eddie Marlin, the whole promotion. From now on, Jack, you've got to start listening to what I say because for the simple fact, I am the champion.
You are the champion. You won the belt. How you did it, okay, that's subject to...
Did I or did I not pin my opponent right in the middle of the ring for the 1, 2, 3? Answer the question, yes or no. It's simple, Dave.
You got the belt. Let me leave it at that.
Answer my question, did I or did I not? It's a yes or no answer. Beat the man for the 1, 2, 3.
You got the belt.
Exactly,
you won the belt.
I won the belt. Say yes, Dave. Can you talk? Yes, Dave. That's what it is, Dave.
All right, you got the
belt. Well, Dirty Dutch Mantell, you come on, big boy, anytime you want. Slapping your jaws, you big hairy ape, because right here is a real man, because I am the have, and right here, like I said before, is a real woman.
Well, the Dirty White Boy, who does have the CWA heavyweight title, heads for the ring right now, ready to go in a...
I'm going to show you why, Dave Brown, I am the CWA heavyweight champion.
All right, it's a non-title match coming up here, and it is not Dutch Mantell, it is not Kerry Von Erich, it is not Jeff Jarrett in the ring. It is a young wrestler who... unfortunately, will gain a lot of experience, I'm afraid, here today. Talking about Kelvin Austin. Kelvin is Norvell's younger brother, so he has someone who really can work with him and help him out. But don't envy a young wrestler stepping into the ring at all against the CWA heavyweight champion, especially one who's inclined to the tactics that the Dirty White Boy has been known to use sometimes. Up there insulting Kelvin. Kelvin nails him with a right fist. Dirty White Boy with a body slam right off the bat. Tell you what, Kelvin didn't back up from him, though. He waited right in there with a right hand flying. And out in the wrestling area right now, the Dutchman. Dutch Mantell is out. Dirty White Boy was out earlier monitoring his match, or scouting his match, I suppose. And there is Dutch Mantell out right now at ringside, watching the goings-on here as the Dirty White Boy is going against Kelvin Austin. The big clothesline by the Dirty White Boy. Referee Jerry Calhoun cautioning the Dirty White Boy about something. He grabs Kelvin, throws him out of the ring, down on the floor, through the ropes. Dirty White Girl there, smacking him and taunting him, telling him, going back in the ring. Dirty White Boy leans out over the apron, grabbed him, and pulls him right back into the ring. Head into the top turnbuckle. Kelvin Austin having a tough couple of minutes here as things are underway as he is against the CWA heavyweight champion. Dirty White Boy has him right in the middle of the ring. Oh, snaps a reverse neck breaker on him. Dutch Mantell glaring at him. Dirty White Boy glaring back, and I think he had something to say to Dutch, but he had his back to us. We couldn't see what he said. Again, a second reverse neck breaker by Dirty White Boy. Dutch Mantell looking on, but Dirty White Boy picks him up at the count of 2. Kelvin Austin struggling back to his feet. Dirty White Boy with an open hand across the chest. Now a chop knocks him down to the mat again. Dirty White Boy just walks across his stomach over toward Dutch Mantell. Dirty White Boy with a couple of vicious knee lifts here. Kelvin Austin, he's hanging on to him and bringing that knee up. Dutch now kind of leading some cheers for Kelvin Austin. Kelvin off the ropes. Picked up in the air and a power slam by the Dirty White Boy. He does not go for the cover. Kelvin Austin again. Boy, I tell you what, you got to hand it to him. He steps right back up on his feet. Dirty White Boy got him from behind. This time he covers. Count is 1, 2, and it's over. Count of 3. All Dirty White Boy for this one, as he gets the win in about 2 minutes 54 seconds. 2:54. Dutch Mantell, as we said, has been watching this whole thing at ringside. Dirty White Boy picking Kelvin Austin. Oh, look out. Throws him out of the ring, down onto the floor. Dutch still standing there. Dirty White Boy says, hey, you got a problem? And Dirty White Boy just invited Dutch into the ring. Crowd says, go on, get him. Dutch Mantell, look at this. You know he's not going to back up. He slides right into the ring. Look at these two go against each other. Dutch Mantell looking for the CWA heavyweight title. He won't be able to get it in this, but he is really working on the Dirty White Boy. Here comes the Dirty White Girl into the ring. Smacks Dutch with that whip. Dutch turns around. Whoa, he's nailed from behind by the Dirty White Boy, who sends him into the ropes. Dutch ducks under a clothesline. Smashes him down to the mat. Dutch man, oh, and again, the Dirty White Girl smacks Dutch. Dutch going after the whip, did not get it. Yeah, he did get it. I beg your pardon, he got it briefly. And now the Dirty White Boy's got it, and he goes to work on Dutch Mantell. Dutch out of the ring. Dutch, he almost picked up one of those wrestling benches. Look out, Dirty White Girl over in the corner. Dutch picks up the folding metal chair and heads into the ring. Dirty White Boy out of the ring. And it's Dutch Mantell in the ring with the chair. Dirty White Boy and Dirty White Girl are packing and heading out of the area. There they go. Dutch still there. We'll take a break. We got more to come.
Championship Wrestling fans, Owensboro, Kentucky will be the site of action on Sunday, November 5th. A big card of action coming to the Owensboro Sports Center. Now, let's talk about Evansville this Wednesday night at the Coliseum. The main event, an explosive tag match. Falls will count anywhere, inside, outside the building. It makes no difference. The Rock and Roll Express. Rick Morton and Robert Gibson will take on the Blackbirds, Iceman King Parsons, and Brickhouse Brown with their manager, Reggie B. Fine. Plus, the CWA Heavyweight Championship on the line. The Dirty White Boy puts the title up against Dutch Mantell. Some bad blood brewing there. Also on the card, Bill Superstar Dundee takes on the Enforcer. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster returns to the area to take on Kevin Dillinger. Sean Regal against newcomer, the New York Bomber. The Barracuda takes on the Soul Taker, and the Popular Freddy takes on RPM Mike Davis. All this action, all this big card, Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. That explosive tag match is the main event, plus the CWA Heavyweight Championship on the line. Don't miss a minute of the action. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum.
Some highlights of a match which took place in Memphis between the team of the Rock and Roll Express and the Blackbirds. Thing was all over the building. I want to get Rick Morton out here right now, if I can, and maybe get his comments on some of that action. Yeah, here's Rick right now. We had hoped to have both Rick and Robert here today, but Robert was called to Pensacola, Florida by his mom, an emergency down there, family emergency. We hope everything is all right with Robert. Rick, glad to have you with us here today.
All right, thank you very much. I got a piece of film I want to show everybody out here what happened.
All right, this was the match. Let's take a look at it right now, and maybe we can have you comment a little bit as things go on here. First, you step in the ring. The CWA tag belts are there, and the Blackbirds jump you immediately.
That's right. It was a hard match, but we held on to the belts. You know, Blackbirds come out here and they put everybody down, saying they're the toughest team in the world. But I got to say one thing about them, they are a tough team. But, you know, I learned a long time ago, you can fly with the Eagles or you can scratch with the chickens, Blackbirds. Brother, you're not going to put us down. It's all the time, brother, in your career, you meet tag teams today that are just tough, doing a lot of different things.
Well, you've got you had the manager in there too, Reggie B. Fine, and all of them getting involved right there as they all jump you.
Yeah, I want the people to see right here. This match, the total match lasted 3 minutes, but we fought for 36 minutes, Blackbirds. We took it to you, but you took it back to us too. So we got something for you. We're gonna get here this, Dave, and have a match where these guys come after us and try to put me out. Look at my face they did to me right here.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, these guys right here, they don't care. They get in the ring, they want to hurt somebody. But we're going to do the same thing to them.
You're exactly right, of course, and not once did they try to hurt you, but several times, and they ended up messing up your face first with that file, sandpaper, whatever it was.
You know, Dave, over my career, everybody's just tried to hurt me in all many different ways, such as my face right here. I had my nose broke. I had my legs tore out from under me. But Blackbirds, we always come back. I always stood back here. I got up. I don't care what it takes. Brother, we're coming after you, and we're going to have a match with you, and we're going to end this once and for all, guys.
All right, well, there, right there. That's one of them grabbed. The Iceman hit you from behind it with that cane.
And we fought from pillar to post, brother. This was a hard-fought match. Look at here. We're in the back of the building right here. The Blackbirds, you know that we'll go anywhere you want to. We go out in the parking lot, we'll do anything. All we want to do is get our hands on you, brother.
And the Blackbirds are there with the belts. Now, they didn't win those belts. They stole those belts.
They stole the belts from us. You see right here, we're on the stage right here, fighting right here in the back of the building. The Blackbirds, they try to get, there goes Reggie B. Fine, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's who it is.
Fine, all right, brother. I got something for you, too. You stick your nose in our business, just like a lot of other tag teams in the world today. Brother, we think that we still are the best in the world.
Well, I think a lot of the fans are certainly going to agree with that. Most of them will. And the fact that the Blackbirds grabbed those belts doesn't mean a thing to anybody but perhaps them, that they grabbed the belts. But certainly you and Robert are the ones that still are the champions.
Yeah, we still are the champions, and we're going to stay that way.
On the stage, still, the battle continues. Remember, the official match has been over for some time now, right? And this battle is just going all over the place.
Like I said earlier, this match right here went 36 minutes. But the match, the total time only went 3 minutes. Ooh, that's easy for you to say.
Yeah, the official time of the match, 3 minutes, but then the battle which followed all over.
So bad, I can't even hardly say nothing.
Well, I understand.
One thing's on my mind. These guys here, they do everything in the world. Anything to do to try to put you out and ruin my career. That's one thing they're not going to do. I'm tired and sick and tired of that stuff right now.
Well, we are sick and tired of it. The fans are sick and tired of it, too. And we'll
take a look at my face. These guys are here. They go to any extent to do anything they can to put me out of the career. Uh-oh, who's this here?
Reggie B. Fine coming out here. Now, look. If you have something to say, okay, but let's keep apart here.
Let me tell you one thing, brother. I didn't come out here to start no trouble with you. But you understand, I haven't forgot what you did to me last week. You owe me $250,
Oh, you
brother.
$250?
$250
out of your hide, brother. You think I...
Hold up, hold your horses home. Hold your horses now.
Home.
Just hold your horses.
Home.
Hold up, homeboy. Just hold up now. Now, what I got to say, I just want to, hold up. You owe me $250 for my shirt. Wait a minute, hold up, don't run for me. I'm not going to do nothing to you.
Well, I ain't worried about you, brother.
I'm going to get
sick and tired of you.
Hold up.
You know it's my business.
Wait a minute.
You think I owe you some money?
You owe me $250 for my shirt, and I want my money. You understand? Do you understand? I want my money, and I'm going to get my money.
I can't take the $250
No, you slapped me last week, you understand? You made me look like a punk.
Yeah.
But you going to give me my money, boy. So look, I wear 300
Oh, great. Fine out here yelling at Rick Morton, and the Blackbirds come out and jump him from behind. Not one of them, but both of them. Now, come on, he's got a baseball bat. Iceman Parsons smacks him right in the ribs with that baseball bat. Now, Fine and Iceman Parsons ripping Rick's shirt on Brickhouse Brown now with a bat. The Blackbird, here comes some help. Thank goodness. Dutch Mantell coming out with Tim Hall and Freezer Thompson. And finally now the Blackbirds head on out of here. Yeah, you guys, let's get them some help. Help them out of here. We'll be back. Was apparently not around. Chris Champion will be stepping in as a single against Freezer Thompson. Ronnie P. Gossett bringing in Chris Champion, and he was asking Champion earlier, where is Mark Starr? Champion
again trying to create dissension on the Wild Side team. You let me handle this team. You mind your own business. You sit here and do what you do naturally, and that's look stupid.
I'm not trying to create any dissension, but I am just wondering. I mean, Starr is not here.
He's not here. Can you not see? Do you see Mark Starr anywhere?
No. Has another wrestler seen the light and leaving the Ronnie P. Gossett stable?
Nobody leaves Ronnie P. Gossett. I fire him. I get rid of him.
Well,
you know, I have had cards and letters, tons of them, coming in here wanting me to come out here and do the commentating. I don't want to hurt your feelings, Dave Brown, but I'll tell you exactly the way it is.
You won't hurt my feelings at all, because I've got boxcar loads of letters asking please to hide the microphone when you come anywhere.
No, that's the
around.
only time this show has had any class at all was when Ronnie Gossett was out here.
Freezer Thompson.
Freezer Thompson.
Yeah.
You know, if I was that out of shape and that fat and slobby looking, I wouldn't show my face, let alone get into the wrestling business. I wouldn't do any of that.
You ought to invest in a mirror, perhaps. Freezer Thompson shoved Chris Champion
for sure
down.
He hasn't heard about my video. Look at that slob. You know, the reason these fans are behind him, they can relate to him because they're all slobs anyway. They're nothing happening, never was. It's not even has-beens. You have to be something to be a has-been. They don't even fit in that category.
I think the fans can relate to Freezer because they're going against the
Wild
Wild
freeloaders.
side.
You see these
Chris
same
Champion.
type individuals getting free cheese, free butter, anything free. And this is an example. They're right here, free. Am I not correct?
They are here free, and by golly, we're glad to have them here.
You may be glad to have them. I can't stand them. They make me sick. They've got an odor about them that would stop a clock. I can smell them all the way over here.
Chris Champion hanging back in the corner. Freezer Thompson. Boy, Freezer has made a couple of moves at Chris Champion.
Look at that one. She looks like Quasimodo over there.
Are you watching the match?
I don't have to watch the match. I know what my men can do. I know what Chris Champion's capable of.
Chris hasn't been doing too well so far in this match.
Chris Champion is doing fine. He's merely toying with this big slob. The only thing I'm worried about is that idiot falls on him.
He just knocked him down and almost knocked him out.
Chris, get out.
Those eyes rolled back there for a moment.
Just a minute. I'll put an end to this right quick.
Now, Ronnie P. Gossett calling Chris Champion out of the ring. I'm not sure what all he's saying. He's telling him just what we were telling Gossett. He hasn't done well, but he better get in it. Well, I don't know what the magic word was, but Champion went roaring back into the ring.
Lombardi of professional wrestling. That's exactly what I want.
Champion just body slammed Thompson. Thompson weighs almost 300, remember?
Motivation is the key word in wrestling, and I motivate people, Dave Brown.
What did you say to him is what I want to know.
Doesn't matter what I said to him. You see the change in him, don't you?
Yeah, I do. A big clothesline
I hope
by
this
Chris
ring
Champion.
is enforced because that big fat slob, look at that.
Oh,
That's
Champion
it.
sits
That's
down
it.
on it.
Lay it on him. That's just a sample of what the Master of Pain and wimpy Jeff Jarrett is going to get.
Freezer Thompson being hammered now
See
by
these
Chris
morons,
Champion.
you see how quiet they got. They know it's over for this big fat slob.
Champion has taken
Every
control.
magazine in the country, not only wrestling magazines, but Newsweek magazines, People magazines, it's the Wild Side and Ronnie P. Gossett, the jet setters. We are the trendsetters. We're what everybody wants to be in professional wrestling. My switchboard, I get calls from all over the country. Everybody wants Ronnie Gossett. I'm like the World's Fair. I am bigger and better every year.
Bigger for sure. Freezer Thompson.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that snide remark. Coming from you, I could expect something like that.
Freezer Thompson really be at work on that left arm being smashed into the
I don't know
turnbuckle.
why you don't save Chris a lot of trouble and give up.
Champion really got mean after Gossett called him out of the ring.
He gets mean. Oh, a big, that devastating drop kick.
What an incredible power drop kick as Champion exploded with it.
Lift him up, Chris. We're not through with him. Lift him up.
Now this is ridiculous. Why didn't he go for the count of
on
three?
that big fat South.
More punishment. Way to go, Gossett.
You're going to see a new side to Ronnie P. Gossett in the Wild Side. No more of taking any type of abuse. No more wallowing in the mud. No more diaper matches. From now on, you're going to see the real Ronnie Gossett. And that goes for Jerry Lawler. And don't think for 1 minute that I forgot that moron.
I don't think he's forgotten you either. Champion with a cover now. Count of 1, 2, and this time he makes it stick for a 3 count.
You see who the winner is? Just another notch in the belt.
Well, I see who the winner is, no doubt about it. Chris Champion of the Wild Side. Commentary by Ronnie P. Gossett at ringside. We'll take a break and hope he's gone when we return.
Michael St. John for the CWA. Want to remind our fans in Owensboro, Kentucky, Owensboro Sports Center, action coming your way on Sunday, November 5th. Now let's talk about the big card Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. The main event, an explosive tag match where falls count anywhere in the building. The Rock and Roll Express will take on the Blackbirds with their manager, Reggie P. Fine. The CWA Heavyweight Championship on the line. Some bad blood brewing between Dutch Mantell and the current CWA champion, the Dirty White Boy. Dirty White Girl will be in his corner. Superstar Bill Dundee takes on the Enforcer. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster returns to the CWA to take on Kevin Dillinger. That'll be Wednesday night in Evansville. Also on the card, Sean Regal takes on the New York Bomber. He is a brand new star coming into the CWA. The Barracuda takes on the Soul Taker. And Popular Freddy will wrestle the RPM Mike Davis. All this Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. Ronnie P. Gossett, I know you've got some words to say.
I can hardly wait, Rock and Roll. You're finally going to get your lunch. An explosive tag match. The Blackbirds, that's their specialty. I've instructed Reggie B. Fine to take you to the ground, Reggie. And let me tell you something else, Dutch Mantell. You think the Titanic went down? You wait till the Dirty White Boy gets a hold of you.
I'm sure the Dirty White Boy can speak for himself. He'll put that title on the line against
Dirty
the
Dutch Mantell. Boy, apparently you forgot a few years ago when we was going down the road and you said, White Boy, I got to have a sandwich. So I pulled into a truck stop and you went in there and you shot your big mouth off again and all them truck drivers started just pounding you, boy. So who had to come and whoop everybody in the joint and save you? You're looking at him. So Dutch Mantell, let me tell you something. You're coming after this title, the CWA title. Well, baby, I went through a lot of people to get this thing, and I don't intend on you coming out and taking this from me because, you see, I have a little ace in the hole.
And it's awful pretty, ain't it, baby?
Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum.
Well, with the music, the Blackbirds on their way in here after a very disgusting display a little bit earlier in which they caught Rick Morton with Robert Gibson not here. They got him by himself, and then when Reggie B. Fine is out here insulting him back and forth, the Blackbirds jump him from behind. Now here they are back again.
Dave Brown, when you mess with the birds, see what happened to that boy?
I saw what happened. It was three against
Look,
one.
let me tell you, that boy owed me $250 for my shirt, and I think I owe him, what, $9.99 for his shirt. So he owed me $241. You understand?
Well, that's your mathematics anyway, as Rick Morton got his shirt ripped off by these guys here today.
Hey, you people done told you one time right now, when it's all said and done, ain't nobody in the whole world do what we do best, and that's stomp and bump suckers upside their nappy head. One more thing I want to let you know right now. Ricky Martin, you was a fool to come out here by yourself. You don't do that when the birds round, because we take advantage of every situation, and we ain't stupid, brother. So when we seen you out here all by your little bitty self, we had to take it to you, brother. Hey, Ice. Brother, I love you, man. I love you, man. You the best in what we do. Hey, did you see me back that home run? I hit a home run. Hell, I should be playing baseball. Part-time, you understand? So you want to take it to the street, you understand? That's fine with me, you understand? Because nothing from nothing leaves zero. And Ricky Martin, I got to give you credit. Boy, you got guts, but you ain't got no brain. You understand? Because you know whatever Reggie Fines wants, Reggie Fines gets. Boy, and like I said, I'll be betting 1,000, you understand? So, hey, it don't matter any place, any time, and anywhere. You rock and roll, you're going away from hell. Like Mama says, it be that way sometimes. Have mercy. Take that mic, Dave Brown.
Thank you very much. Take them to the ring. We've got a match coming up here. A couple of guys coming in under the mask. The Enforcers stepping up into the ring to go against the Blackbirds. Brickhouse Brown, Iceman Parsons, Reggie B. Fine, their manager. Jerry Calhoun says we're ready to go. It's going to be Brickhouse Brown starting against, I guess we'll call him Enforcer number 1. Boy, he's a big guy, long and tall. Gave away a lot of height as Brickhouse Brown, but boy, he just smacked him with a right fist. Brickhouse wears that glove on his right hand, and he made use of it right there with the fist doubled up.
Hey, Brown, they look just like the Rock and Roll Express. We're going to beat them boys like they stole something, you understand? See, I'm a pimp, not a wimp. They don't tap my clothes. My clothes cost too much.
Reggie B. Fine with a word. Whoa, Iceman with a big, powerful chop as Brickhouse steps out. The big knee lift. The Blackbird working on Enforcer number 1. Enforcer number 2 minding his own business over in the corner, and Iceman Parsons went over and smacked him too. The Enforcer being picked up by the mask. Iceman Parsons slaps him a couple of times. Off the rope, Parsons with the upper arm. Referee was right there, said it wasn't point of the elbow. That one was legal. Down to 1, 2, and Parsons picks him up at the 2 count. Reggie B. Fine had told him, don't pin him right now. Keep him in there a while. Parsons totally in control right now. Tag made, and here's Brickhouse Brown coming in.
Hey, Brown, I like you, but you know what? Them boys are just like the Rock and Roll Express. We're going to beat them till we tired. We're going to knock them in the middle of next week. They're going to be waiting on them Saturday.
Well, They don't look a thing like the Rock and Roll Express, to tell you the truth. And the Rock and Roll Express, let me tell you, are going to be looking for you guys, especially after what you did to Rick Morton here earlier today. For those of you who tuned in late and didn't see what we're talking about with the Blackbirds and Reggie B. Fine jumping Rick Morton, we'll try to get a recap for you before we leave the air. Baseball bat and all. Rickhouse Brown smashing enforcer number 2 into the mat and rubbing that mask into the mat face first. The Blackbirds really running roughshod over this enforcer team. The enforcers, we know nothing about them. They came in here today to battle the Blackbirds, and unfortunately, I think most folks would say they're just not having much luck. Being dominated by Brickhouse Brown and Iceman Parsons, with Reggie B. Fine and that cane out at ringside. Iceman Parsons yelling at the enforcer. He asked him if he went to the Ricky Morton School of Wrestling or something. This is the bigger of the enforcers in there now. Enforcer number 1. He started the action against Brickhouse Brown about 4 minutes ago when the match started. The enforcer wound up that left arm of Brickhouse Brown. Now got him back into a corner, but Brickhouse Brown with the knee was able to break out of there. He's to the corner to tag on Iceman Parsons. Top of the boot to the midsection, followed by an upper arm and a chop. Here comes Reggie B. Fine again. Reggie, I think we've got heard all we need to.
Look at here, Dave Brown. If we see them boys in the parking lot, we see them at Zara, Kmart. It don't make no difference where we going to see them. We're going to kick their butt every time we see them, baby.
Well, there's the word from Reggie B. Fine.
Got all these low budgets over here to set up while my boys performing.
They got every right to cheer for whomever they want to, and they don't want to cheer for your guys. The Blackbirds still controlling things. Rock and roll, the crowd is saying. They have to emphasize to the Blackbirds, hey, you guys are having a pretty easy time right now. But that's not the Rock and Roll Express. Rick Morton and Robert Gibson. We'll have to face them later. Iceman Parsons dropping down time and time again with the elbow. Tag made on Brickhouse Brown. Enforcer number 1, double team now. Fired into the ropes. They double clothesline him as he comes off of there. Iceman Parsons looks at him, heads for the corner. Brickhouse with a cover. 1. Will he make it stick for 3? Well, he only got a 1 count. Brickhouse Brown coming back with a right fist now. Picks him up. Side suplex. Down to the mat goes the enforcer. Brickhouse Brown celebrating now. He hasn't pinned him, but he's already celebrating. Enforcer up on his feet. Brickhouse Brown turns. Upper arm, and enforcer hits the mat again. Tag made. Iceman Parsons comes in. Brickhouse Brown holds up the enforcer. Iceman grabs him. Brickhouse grabs him. They double suplex. And there's a cover by Iceman Parsons. The referee trying to get Reggie B. Fine back in the corner. Count of 1, 2. Oh, he picked him up. Once again, he held him down for a count of 15. The referee sidetracked by Reggie B. Fine, and then when he does come back over and start the count, at the count of 2 at the last instant, Iceman Parsons picked him up again to continue the punishment. We're coming up on the 7-minute mark. 7 minutes gone in this match. Parsons back up on his feet, leaves the enforcer lying there. Parsons picks him up. Enforcer off the ropes. Parsons swings him around, tags Brickhouse Brown. Brickhouse up on the top rope, springs across, lands on top of the enforcer. 1, 2, and 3. This time he made it stick. The Blackbirds get themselves a victory as they totally dominate this team of the Enforcers for 7 minutes, 50 seconds. We'll check the time and we'll return. All right, we're going to stay right here. Well, obviously we don't have time for a second fall. We're going to stay here just a moment and hold the break. Enforcer number 1 thrown over the top rope there. Reggie B. Fine with that cane, and now the other enforcer thrown out of the ring. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's hope these guys get out of here soon. Let's show you the action that occurred earlier when these guys came out and jumped Rick Morton and had a baseball bat. Take a look. This happened earlier today. Yelling at Rick Morton, and the Blackbirds come out and jump him from behind. Not one of them, but both of them. Now, come on, he's got a baseball bat. Iceman Parsons smacks him right in the ribs with that baseball bat. Now, Fine and Iceman Parsons ripping Rick's shirt on Brickhouse Brown now with a bat. The Blackbird, here comes some help. Thank goodness. Dutch Mantell coming out with Tim Hall. Well, there it was with that baseball bat. First Parsons and then Brickhouse Brown as they smash Rick Morton in the ribs. Here comes Rick right now being helped out here by Dutch, and they've got, looks like they got a rib bandage on there, thank goodness. They've got to be hurting as he was smacked by that baseball bat. Rick?
But Dave, you know, I swear, I don't matter what it takes, I got to do. Blackbirds, I got to crawl to the ring. I'm going to be there. I want to thank all the fans out here for hollering rock and roll. And the Dutch, my sides killed me so much I couldn't talk.
I just come out here with Ricky to keep them birds off of him. He's hurt right now, and I guarantee you he'll be at the ring. The birds, if they think of taking the rock and roll down, I think they got another thing coming.
That's right, Blackbirds. You know, we've wrestled tag teams all over the world. And being what we are, we're going to prove to you that we are the best tag team in the world.
All right, Rick, go take care of those ribs. I know they got a hurt. We'll be back here in a moment. He said straight up, he said, hey, I am looking for the CWA champion. I want that belt. I think he took it away from me unfairly. Don't like the way he did it. He was talking about, of course, the Dirty White Boy. Dirty White Boy was out here a little bit later on. Dutch won his match, by the way, and Dirty White Boy was kind of scouting it. He did not interfere. I got to say that for him, but he was out here kind of scouting it. Dirty White Boy won his match, too, but Dutch was out scouting him. And at the end of it, the Dirty White Boy says, hey, you got a problem? Why don't you just climb in the ring right now? Dutch did that, in fact, and was holding his own pretty good. Dirty White Girl jumped in there now and started smacking him with that whip she carries around, and it all ended up that finally nothing was settled officially, but there will be another day, and I'm sure at some point Dutch Mantell is going to get him 1-against-1 for the CWA title. Chris Champion, half the Wild Side, in here today, won his match as Ronnie P. Gossett was running his mouth during the whole thing. The Soul Taker won a handicap match, and it was the Blackbirds controlling the team that we had not seen before today, the Enforcers, but Blackbirds dominated them with their manager, Reggie B. Fine, and of course, earlier they had taken that baseball bat and smacked Rick Morton and hurt his ribs, but they'll have to answer for that later on, too, against the Rock and Roll Express. We'll be back with you next week with a lot more. Hope you'll join us. Until then, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.